Sports 1280 New Orleans.
All right, Josh Katzenstein confirming a report earlier today from Robert Klemko of MMQB that the Saints will hold a private workout for Baker Mayfield in Norman at some point this draft season. They interviewed Baker Mayfield. He admitted it in other interviews he did publicly, so there you go. And once that happened, the Twitter sphere got in a bit of a panic, I'd say. No way they're going to take Baker Mayfield at 27, or no way the Saints are going to trade up, and is Brees gone, and all this chaos and panic. Well, okay. That, of course, leads into Drew Brees' contract. We're less than a week away from the opening of free agency, and I'm not in a panic about it for once. I've said I wouldn't be. Even if they got a deal done March 14th at 1 p.m., I still wouldn't be in a panic over it. They know they've got to get a deal done. So on that level, I'm not panicked about it at all. I'm still not. But I understand the angst from Saints fans. I feel like they've been calm for the most part. But when you get closer to deadlines and nothing's going down, the angst come, and yet, Jeff, we need to remind them this is the Saints' MO. We've seen this happen, not just with Drew Brees, but with other contracts.
That's how Mickey Loomis operates. He's going to extract every bit of potential leverage he can get before the deal has to get done. He's not going to do the deal before it has to be done unless it's at the number he wants it at. And so this is part of the negotiation, but I fully expect it to be done by March 14th because it kind of has to be, right? I mean, it kind of has to be.
If they want to have actual flexibility in free agency, and if they don't want to be stuck with an $18 million cap charge and Drew Brees is still not under contract, yeah. It's not that it kind of has to be. It better be. Like, it better be.
And we have history to work with here. I mean, it's in the past, these negotiations have followed a similar path. And I expect this one to be the same way. I'll be shocked if it doesn't go down to the last day or two. But I have full expectation that it will get done. And going to the Baker Mayfield conversation, he makes a lot of sense for the Saints because all the attributes that you hear about Drew Brees, you also see applied to Baker Mayfield. He's very competitive, a football lifer, totally gym rat type passion for the game. Very competitive, as I said. Not a big arm, not a big, stature as quarterbacks go, but he's a winner and a leader, and I can see why a guy like Sean Payton is intrigued by him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Clark.
No, I was going to say on the field, yes, and then off the field, he reminds you too much of one other former Heisman-winning quarterback out of the state of Texas.
I wouldn't even say not even off the field. I would say on the sideline.
On the sideline, yes.
Or once you score a touchdown, Johnny Manziel is doing the dollars, and then Baker Mayfield is doing God knows what.
Planning a field at center.
Doing maybe a lewd gesture or 2 or 30.
Is that something you have to talk about, too?
I think that would fit in well with Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton would love that.
That might
he
be
is the skull troll.
That might be combustible. That might be a nuke that New Orleans.
Everybody in the league would hate the Saints if Baker Mayfield and Sean Payton combined on the sideline.
If you think people have a problem with Cam Newton and his arrogance and some of the things he does, and there's a hatred around there, Baker Mayfield might take it to the nth level. And I think, I don't just think, I know that teams are leery of it. They are. But as far as, let's forget about that for a moment.
Okay.
Do I think he is a capable quarterback? Yes. Do I think he could be a starting quarterback in the NFL? Absolutely. Do I think that the Saints should do their due diligence and absolutely take a look at him? Yes. If he falls to number 27 and I'm the Saints, I'm taking him. And I'm not hesitating. I'm good with it.
I don't think he's going to fall.
I don't think he will. You never know.
What would you say if the Saints traded up for him? Well, I mean, that would be a shocker to me.
That would be a shocker.
But I really believe this year they're going to do something like that, only because the team's got such good depth right now because of the last few drafts, and they've got 8 picks. 8 picks aren't going to make this team. They can use the draft capital to their advantage to move around because they did some good work. I mean, they got a 6th-round pick for Adrian Peterson, your boy AP.
Not my boy.
Got a 6th-round pick for him.
Not my boy.
That helps them on draft day, though. They recruited some picks with some savvy trades to help them now on draft day. I like the work they did. Somehow either they get back a 2nd-rounder maybe, or they move up in the 1st round to get somebody they really want.
Yes, but how many picks are you going to have to move, and what are the value? If you want to move up to the 1st round, you don't have a 2nd-rounder you're dealing with. You can't just bundle some 5s and 6s and a 3 and move up, and you're going to need more than that. You might have to dive into next year's draft, just like they had to do with the Alvin Kamara trade. Are people willing to do that? I don't know. I would anticipate them looking to move in day 2. Like, if they wanted to get another 3rd-round pick, I think they'd have the ammo to do it. I don't know if you can do a 3rd, and if you maybe did your 3rd and 4th and you could get a 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you could do that.
You think you could? I'm not sure.
A 3rd and a 4th to move up to get a 2. I think. Well, what did they move up last year? Or what did they move up? They moved into the 2nd round a few years ago, right?
They moved into the 2nd round to take Von Bell, and because that was the second round pick after they took Michael Thomas. I got to refresh my memory. I'm not sure right off the top of my head what they moved. But of course, they certainly moved with Alvin Kamara, and they had to use the 2 this year. And I'm trying to remember what's the other pick that they used with Kamara? Because they had 3 3rd-rounders.
They used a 2nd-rounder this year. That's the one that they traded.
But they also traded another pick.
Some other pick. I don't know. I just think this is the year they can do it. I mean, when you really look at the Saints roster, they have no need, obviously, for certain positions. I mean, there's certain positions, though, I think they're pretty set. Running back, I guess they could use a running back in the later rounds, but really, do you need one?
I think they do need a running back.
You got Ingram, Kamara, and you got who are the other guys? They got Edmonds and
they have nobody. They have 2 backs, and then they have basically nobody.
Is Lasco still on the team?
Yes, but
those are your typical 3rd running backs. You're not going to get a superstar to be your 3rd.
I'm not saying you got to get a superstar, but you got to get someone who's at least somewhat viable. I don't know what Trey Edmonds brings you, and Daniel Lasco can't stay healthy, had concussions, and he hasn't been.
But every
impressive.
team in the league. I mean, who's the Steelers' number 3 running back?
I don't know. But you could still use someone to. I think you could upgrade over Trey Edmonds, and he could be somebody, a 4th guy, and as a special teams guy.
I know, but I'm just saying They don't. It's not a glaring need.
No, it's not.
You could say that on every position.
It might be like 8th or 9th on the list.
I think there's so many positions they really don't need help at because they're set. Now you could always argue they could use a 3rd stringer, but I just think this team has a luxury now of going to get somebody if they want, or like you said, go up in the 2nd round, and they've got the ammo to do it. They don't need 8 draft picks. 8 draft picks will not make this team. So get rid of some of those guys later to move up and get somebody that can help you, that can make the team, that will make a difference.
Just to refresh on the trade, the Saints sent this year's 2nd round pick and a 7th round pick to San Francisco to make the deal happen last year. So you basically sent the 2 this year. 7th round.
7th rounder is almost like doesn't even count.
But that's like if you want to move into that spot, you probably would have to dive into your draft lot the next year. You'd have to do that for a team like San Francisco at that time, who was trying to stockpile picks because they were in total rebuild mode. Like, I don't think a team that's competitive going into this year is going to be able to say, all right, we'll wait for next year's pick. It's going to be a unique situation, and that was a unique situation.
No doubt about it. Hey, I did throw out, I'm sure you saw my mock drafts, Saints taking a fullback. I think that's a possibility.
I did see you do that.
I think that's a possibility because we don't know what John Kuhn's going to do. I mean,
he might come back. They might bring Zach Line back. I thought Zach Line was fine.
I know, but I think they could go cheaper there. I mean, those guys are veterans. They're costing some money, and that's an area, let's face it, where you can save a little bit of money.
Yes.
Get a young guy in there. I just think that's a sneaky spot, especially the way the Saints use the fullback. I mean, goodness knows they've used them a lot in the short yardage, on the goal line. It's amazing how they utilize every position on this team.
If you get the best fullback in the draft on day 3 in the 5th or 6th round, I think you pull the trigger and
That's
feel,
what I mean.
feel fine with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Fullback's weird in this offense. It's a lot like a tight end. They've used the tight end. Josh Hill will sometimes play the.
Dave Thomas did for a little bit way back when.
Yeah, the F back, I think is what they call it. The
H-back.
F and the A.
Or something, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever it's called, they seem to be effective with it because they'll just hand it a ball off to them and they'll get a first down every time. I don't ever see it get stuffed, ever. I don't.
The Saints are excellent in short yardage.
Absolutely so. All right, let's take one final break on the show, and when we get back, we'll talk about Darius Geis. The questioning he endured at the NFL Scouting Combine has both the NFL and the NFLPA none too happy with the team who posed these questions about his sexual orientation. I'll give you some of the reaction I received from the NFL on this matter, and you got to wonder, when is this nonsense going to stop? I mean, just because you're the NFL, you think you can do this, it's job interview. I mean, give me a break. It's crazy. So, all right, we'll talk about that in our final segment coming up here. Sports 1280, NOLA.com, the iHeartRadio app, Dunc Holder.